Hey everybody. Oh my God, look at all you guys here. Hello, hello. Let's see, Mr. Wrench Turner, how you doing? Peace. How you doing? Jassum, how you doing, Jassum? What's up, Jake? Tesla is bigger than the entire crypto market? Really? I have to look into that. Hey, Lindsay. I'm good, Jake. Hey, DC. Beauty baby, how you doing? So let's just wait a little bit for GQ. Let me see if he's here. Where is he? Yeah, he's here. Hi, Ken. Hey, Faye.
Yo, yo,
Hey, what's up?
what is happening?
How you doing today?
I cannot complain. Once again, I'm always busy working on stuff, so that has me a little frazzled, but I'm gonna get everything done when it's supposed to get done. So
Okay. Well, you're always working on a project, so
yeah,
you
sometimes a little too much, but I need to calm down sometimes and have some time for myself and breathe and everything. So
okay. So we got quite a few people here already waiting, very
well,
anxious.
nice. BQ, when will you, Jocelyn, bro? I am getting a haircut the end of this week. I already have it scheduled.
Well, you don't like his
Hilarious.
haircut, Jasmine? You don't like his hair?
Johnson hates my haircut for some strange reason. He wants me to go to supercuts, but the thing is, supercuts don't really work on black people hair.
No, they
So
don't.
yeah, it's not gonna work for me.
They don't. Mitch is in the house. Oh, Mitch,
Mitch, Mr. Savage.
we're gonna make a request of you. You know, the timekeeper. We would really appreciate that.
Yes, yes, please. We don't want it to cut off in the middle of a great sentence.
All right. So go
It's a
ahead
nice
and
little packed
introduce
room.
yourself.
Okay.
Huh?
It's a nice packed room. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, and
That's what's
it's
up.
pretty exciting. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
All right. Well, my real name is Garrett Q. Braff, Garrett Quinton Braff. That's where the GQ comes from.
Uh-huh.
And I dabble in a little bit of everything. I do music production, I do songwriting, I do rapping, I do singing, I do video production, I do acting, a little bit of everything. So very, very busy. And on a side note, I work as a certified behavior technician, so I'm kind of in the mental health field as well. So
Okay.
I'm all over the place.
Oh, I didn't know that you're part of. You're basically part of healthcare. I didn't know that.
Yeah, definitely mental health care. So
Yeah.
and I've actually thought about going into psychology because that fascinates me. Understanding the human behavior, why people do what they do. It's always been really cool. I'm playing GQ song 24/7 once he releases a new song. Jocelyn, please stay tuned. Stay tuned. I am working on some musical projects.
Talking about
Where's Turner?
musical projects. So, you're working on an album, is that right?
Yes. So this all started actually towards the end of last year when me and DC were conversing back and forth, talking about the stuff that we do, like him DJing and me doing music, and we both kind of just put our stuff in the back burner. So we kind of both promised ourselves, okay, no more. We're not going to sit on this talent. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do it to the best of our ability. And I think I had because the music that I released this past March was an album that I had sitting on the back burner for about, I would say, 5, 5, 6 years. All because I
Oh.
was like, number one, I wasn't sure if anybody was going to care about it or like it, and
Hmm.
two, as a person that works on their art, they're always looking at something. They go, "Oh, let me go back and fix it. Let me go and correct that." And I was doing that over and over again. I would go back and I'd hear like a verse that I did or ad lib or something like that, and I'd be like, ugh, I don't like how that sounds. I'm gonna re-record it or I'm gonna re-edit this. And it took years for me to finally be happy. So took a minute.
So, well, I'm glad that you went back to it and you know you tried it again, because that's really what it's all about.
Yes.
You know, not to give up and just keep pushing, and maybe you'll get it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, do you have a release date yet for your album? Or for the
I initially wanted to release the new one in July, but around that time, that's when COVID hit hard, and I had to switch up a lot of ways that I approached my original job, which is to go into the schools. But now I'm doing a lot of remotely, so that kind of pushed some stuff back, and then I had to prioritize other things. But I did make a promise that before the end of this year, I'm going to drop it. I don't have a set date. I'm looking at possibly November, December, around either Thanksgiving or Christmas. But yeah, definitely I want to release it before the end of this year, because I waited long enough for the other one. I want to follow up with like a 1-2 punch where this one is like more current stuff that I'm working on now, as opposed to the other stuff where I recorded it, but it's a little dated. So,
well, DC always got something. You know, he's saying that he's selling his equipment on the 21st. Maybe you're gonna hop on that. I don't know.
Well, it depends on which equipment he's selling, because I don't particularly DJ. I know a few DJs. I do make beats. Me and DC supposed to be getting together to work on some beats. Montreux's assigned to Seahawk Family record label. Hey, okay, Montreux got a record label. That's what's up.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that either.
That's dope. That's dope.
And
so,
again, gigolo work. You monster.
Due to the fact that you work in mental health, I guess you work with people in a home, or how does?
No, I'm a behavior tech at a school. I'm in the school system, but I'm usually given a caseload of certain kids with certain diagnoses on the spectrum. So it could be autism, it could be emotional behavioral disorders, it could be a range of things. And what I do is I'm the guy that kind of sits, observes, takes notes and documentation, and works with the kids, and then I create a behavior plan. And I collaborate with the teachers to allow the kids to be successful in the mainstream environment. Because a lot of times the kids that I'm working with used to be in a cluster in elementary school, but now they're in middle school, and the support they used to have in that small classroom setting is gone. Now they got to figure things out on their own. So I'm the guy that kind of is the liaison to help them figure things out.
That's a nice position to be in. As a matter of fact, it's a little difficult position to be in, because you have to deal with a lot of different personalities.
Yes,
you know,
and you got to deal with teachers. You got to deal with teachers that swear they know better than me.
Absolutely.
I have to deal with parents that are in sometimes denial when I tell them, "Hey, your kid is doing this." No, he never do that. He never does that at home. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. So,
yeah, and also having to deal with parents, that's also difficult too.
Oh man, it's a challenge.
A lot of parents don't know how their kids are away from home.
When they're not around. They're quick to say, "Oh, my parent is this. I mean, my kid is this," and it's sometimes the complete opposite.
Jake is saying that was amazing. Never knew this before. So happy that you told us. I never knew that either. So I'm really glad to even learn this about you. I mean, it really tells how you really are as a person, because you have to have a big load of compassion in order to be in a position like that. There's a lot for you to have to deal with, you know. And you have to
a lot. Sometimes I deal with certain kids, and when I say kids, it's a loose term, simply because a lot of these kids are bigger than me, or some of the kids are the same size as me. And sometimes I have to deal with some that may have such an emotional behavioral disorder that it causes them to get violent. And I got to figure out, okay, how am I going to physically defend myself, which I'm looking for as well. But it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's very rewarding when you see progress in the classroom, and when the kid comes back, or the parent comes back and goes, "Oh my God, my kid never did this before, and now he's doing this." It's really, really cool.
Hmm. Jake is asking, what's the most exciting part about your job?
To me, the most exciting part is seeing the progress from where they started to where they are now, and then hearing from everybody around them, oh my gosh, such a great improvement. It's very rewarding.
Yes,
So,
yes.
because now
And
they're
it,
helping, they're figuring out ways to help themselves too.
okay. And it requires a lot of patience.
A lot of patience, a whole lot
Hmm.
of patience.
Hmm. So on that note, how do you do a lot of different things? I mean, that's a job that requires a lot. So when you come from work, how is it that you dabble into all the other activities that you have going on per se? Like you do the podcast, you have
Right.
YouTube, you do the videos. Like how do you create your schedule? How do you make it work? And your family guy,
I'll be
you know.
honest with you, man. I need to make a schedule because I'm so scatterbrained when it comes to certain things. GQ says, GQ be thinking, do I knock this little? Hey, man, that's where the patience and restraint comes because sometimes you could think that, but I'm like,
Yes.
I need this. Let me not do that. So, no,
You
that's a
wouldn't be
good.
doing.
That's a good
Mhm.
thought. But no, I need to create a schedule because I'll get home and sometimes I don't know where to start. That's something that I'm working on. I'm working on the schedule. But some days, like on the weekends, I'll do the podcast, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, with the rest of my Those People crew. Um, so we do the podcast. Sometimes we'll upload video versions of it. Sometimes we'll do strictly audio, and that's on all podcast platforms. Sometimes I'm in the mood to write a song, and I have beats set aside for me to write to specifically for this album. I already have them. Some of them I made, some of them I purchased. So I just have to be in that mood to do a particular thing. So if I'm feeling it, oh, okay, let me edit this project that I got to work on. Oh, I'm feeling it. Let me write to this beat to finish this song so I could finish the album. So I got to get a little more organized, but it's really down to what I'm feeling like doing at the time.
I
So
see. Okay.
that
So I want to ask you about your handle, like your surname, GQ of those people. How did you come
yes.
about with that? How did those people come together?
So okay, so those people, it's kind of like okay, so like the N word, how some people see the N word as a negative word, and some people took it, flipped it, and used it as a term of endearment. I did the
Yeah.
same thing for when people look at a group of people and go, oh, those people. So I kind of took it and we made it into a positive term of endearment to represent the people that are disenfranchised or rejected. We are those people, and we have something to say.
Awesome.
So
And you're
it's
GQ of
for
those people.
yes, it's GQ of those people. My friend Bars of those people. He's on Rizzle as well. He's not as active, but he's going to get back into it.
Hmm.
Soul Patch Adams of those people and Danger Felix of those people. So there's the four of us. Man, there was the fifth
And
member. He tragically committed suicide this past February. So he's no longer with
oh,
us,
I'm so
but
sorry to hear.
we do a lot of stuff to represent him.
Oh, wow. Wow. Very, very sorry to hear.
Yeah.
That's very deep. I mean, I also lost a friend a few years ago to suicide. So it's deep.
It's
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 very
not
deep.
easy because you never. And the thing is, sometimes you fall into the trap of blaming yourself
Yes.
because for a while I was sitting there beating myself up like, damn, was I that crappy of a friend that he couldn't share with me or the rest of us what he was dealing with? So, but everything took place. He actually sent a suicide email that he scheduled to go to us the next day. So I
Hmm.
read the email and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because at the time that I got the email, I thought he just sent it so I can go over there and talk some sense into him. But
Hmm.
we later found out that it was scheduled and everything was done. So
Wow.
he was going through a
Sympathize
lot.
with you.
And he finally spilled a lot of what he was going through in the email, and
Mhm.
we have a little bit of closure. So, but we try to do our best to everything that we do with those people, try to make sure that we keep his memory up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the best that you can do. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
So as far as your YouTube or it's those people, right? The YouTube.
So I have my personal GQ of Those People YouTube page, but then
Yes.
there's also the main Those People page with all of like our group stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So I have a
So
GQ of Those People YouTube and a Those People YouTube.
okay. So you got the those people YouTube, and of
Mm-hmm.
course you have the GQ, but the podcast
Yeah,
is related to those people as well.
it's related to the group Those People. So I post video episodes on the main Those People channel, but then the podcast is also available on every single podcast platform.
Okay, great. Now, on your podcast, what kind of topics do you guys discuss, or what's your
So
main niche with
it's
that?
very current event oriented, but because we're all creators in our own right. Like I do music and videos. My friend Bars does music. My friend James, he's really good with the marketing. My friend Soul Patch, aka Mitch, he is also a photographer and videographer. So we all talk about current events and things that happen in the news and entertainment, but we talk at it from a creator's point of view.
Okay, great.
So
And the podcast is similar as well?
very similar. It's called the Alternative Facts Podcast, but it's spelled FAQS, frequently asked questions, because
Mhm.
we don't know anything. So we ask a lot of questions about, okay, what's the deal with this that happened, that to happen? And of course, at the end of the show, my friend Bars, he does this thing called the hypothetical of the day, in which he asks very uncomfortable would you rather questions that make us learn. Yeah, it's you'll check
Okay,
some of it. It's pretty entertaining to say the least.
cool. So if anyone wants to go to watch you on YouTube, what would be your YouTube handle? Let's let everybody know so that they can follow
Okay.
you there.
All right. So if you want to check out the group Those People projects, go to the YouTube. Just type in Those People, but those are spelled with a Z. Those People Entertainment. And it should pop up the logo. And if you want to check out my own personal stuff, type in GQ of Those People, and that should pop up as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, we know that you're excellent. For me, in my eyes, you're excellent with video. Okay. Now, let's
Thank
talk
you. Thank
about
you.
how you get into this video creation. How does it work for you?
Oh
Because
man,
they're very
it,
professional as far as I see.
it's something I've been doing video editing since I would say freshman year in high school. It's
Ah,
always
okay.
been something, and the crazy reason why I got into doing my own editing and videos and stuff is because I've always wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be in films. I've always wanted to be in TV. But in my mind, I'm like, well, what about the situation where I can't get an audition, or this person doesn't cast me, that person doesn't cast me? I'm like, all right, fine. I'll create my own stuff, and I'll be all up in my own stuff. You know,
Absolutely.
I'll do a Tyler Perry one. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
That's
GQ help
awesome.
me out. Y'all subscribe to his channel. Absolutely. I appreciate it, Montreal. And Ranch Turner, yes, you know what time it is.
Yes, I like the fact that you took it upon yourself to create your own platform for you and just make it happen because
Definitely.
a lot of us need to get into that mindset right now. I mean, think about it.
Yes.
If you're an actor right now, you know, you wouldn't be working because of COVID for the
Yeah,
most part.
yeah.
Okay,
Like
because nothing is happening.
I just found out Will Smith's production company, some of the staff caught COVID. So now they got to shut down everything that they're doing.
Absolutely. So you have to look to create your own avenue and, you know, create your own visibility and
Yeah,
do what you need to do for yourself. I think no matter what the field you're in right now, that's exactly what we need to do. You got to think
definitely.
like, okay, what can I create? Because this is
I mean,
it.
it's not going to stop me from trying to go for auditions and being other projects. But in the event that I can't, I'm going to create my own stuff. Anastasia, what's going on?
Hey, Anastasia. Yeah, that's a must. Creating your own stuff is ideal right now. I mean, it's a must for everybody. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think you even have a choice. You know, this is
No.
where you need to be and just keep on creating and stuff.
Yeah.
So, talking about creation, let's talk about Rizzle. So,
Yeah.
when did you start on Rizzle, or was it Rumbl when you started?
It was Rumbl when I started. It was Rumbl. I think I was part of the second wave because at the time that I joined, I think Jayara, Ricky, Christina, Ken, Lindsay, a lot of those people were like the established ones on the top Rumblers list. And I had this, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make videos that are gonna grab every single one of their attention. And I succeeded. So I'm really good friends with all of them.
And that's the best attitude to have, I must say. On Rizzle, I admire having you on because of your inspiration. The motivation is real. I mean, there are people who, when they speak, you can feel the vibe, and you're that one of those people. You're one of those people. When you come out with
No
your...
pun intended, of course. One of those people.
Exactly.
Bars is in the room. Bars of those people is in there. He is here. He's a
Hey, Bar. Thank you for coming on.
He's been my friend since fourth grade. Like that's how far back we go.
That's great. Thanks for the support. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, he goes, those people.
Yep, those people, yep.
So you're always, for the most part, I realize that you're always involved in contests when it comes to Rizzle. So let us know what makes you participate in so many different contests. Like, what's your motivation? Why you're always up to
it gives me an opportunity to perform. Like when the contest first started, before they were doing like the R series where you create your own scripts and do things like that, there were two different types of contests. There was a lot of journalistic centered contests, and then there was contests where you would just kind of imitate your favorite scene in this series or that series or these movies. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I was focusing a lot of time on the R360 contest because it allowed me to create something from scratch based on whatever topic you're giving. And I won a few of those. I mean, they weren't easy to win, but I won a few of those. And then I didn't join R series until recently when they came up with the superhero concept. And that was the first R series I've ever done. And I lucked out and won first place in that with the birth of Extra Man series.
Okay. And so, you participated in Chase recently, is that correct?
Yes, that was my series, Get Him, featuring Extra Man. And because it's not technically season 2, because I got to continue the story of what the season left off, but this was kind of a story in which something is going on and somebody needs extra. So I kind of wrote like a one-off story to fit the theme of the series for Chase, because it was an action-centered series, and I was like, oh, I love action. So that's why I did it.
So any other things besides video? You have your YouTube, which also compensates video, the podcast. Anything else that you have? Do you write?
I write a lot of lyrics for my music. I make beats. And the person that has inspired me to make beats is my favorite producer of all time, Timbaland.
Okay.
That man is a beast, and he always made beats that were not the norm. Like he would take the most random sound, like a plastic cup and some pencils, and make the hardest beat you will ever hear in your life.
Hey, Nick.
Montreal says, do you think Extra Man can beat Tony? Of course Extra Man will destroy Tony. Tony got a burnt face, and Extra Man will make it worse. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, my God. We got more people coming in. Mr. International 34. Hey. Kevin Touch.
Mr. International. Ken, what's happening?
So I want to speak to you. Let's talk about
There we go. Bar said Extra Man would murder Tony. That's what I'm talking about.
What about the merch line?
So the merch is just to promote the group, those people. Got hoodies there, got some snapbacks. I got some slides on there, t-shirts. I got cell phone covers. So I tried to think of everything that people would normally use on a daily basis. And the quality is really good too.
Okay.
Like I have a hoodie, it's really soft, very comfy. So I definitely do myself in print, and they do a lot of high quality merchandise. So definitely, if you guys are interested, go to Those People, click the merch tab, and get yourself something. You deserve it. Treat yourself.
Okay. Okay. So we all know that you're a family guy as well,
Sorry,
and
sorry about that. The raw orange joint. That's Soul Patch of Those People.
oh, one of those people. Hey, welcome.
Yes.
Ernest, what is Ernest saying? Definitely gonna get some of
Chris
the
is gonna
merch.
get,
Oh,
get
yeah,
some
very
merch.
good.
Yes. All right. So your
Any
family.
Anybody have any questions for GQ?
Do you have any baseball caps? I believe I do. I don't know if it's regular baseball caps or snapbacks. What's going on, Mitchell? AKA Soul Patch, the Raw Orange. He also has a website called the Raw Orange. I believe it's the Raw Orange. He's selling a lot of his artwork there because he does a lot of photography. He's really good at what he does.
DC says now he knows what you mean by those people.
Yes.
I was always wondering myself. I just thought that it was pretty cute, but I didn't know exactly, what was the meaning behind it. So I was just intrigued to find out.
Yeah. So now I think you were gonna ask me about family. Because I'm a
Yes,
family man.
we know you're a family man. So there's a whole lot that ties into that. How do you juggle everything, really? Because your wife has to be in agreement one way or the other. And then you have the baby, so
Yeah.
how do you work with
Yeah.
that? And then you're in healthcare. So, hey, it's not easy. I know that.
No, it's not. It's not. I am blessed with a very understanding wife. So that helps a lot. Some things like the schedule may change unexpectedly. I got to do this or I got to do that last minute. She's very, very understanding when it comes to those situations. And the little man, oh gosh, I love him to death. He drives me crazy, but I love him to death. I love him to death. He's always going to be holding a very special place in my heart. And he was supposed to be due in February, and it was born in November. So he's like an extreme premium.
Okay.
And he made it through. Like he wasn't playing any games. I'm like, look, y'all think I ain't gonna make it? Well, here I am. Boom.
God bless them. God bless them. Wow. Montreal has a question. Where do you see yourself next year on Rizzle?
Where do I see myself next year on Rizzle? Hold on. My phone is. Can you leave me alone? I don't even know what. Anyway, okay. What was the question again? I'm sorry. I was thrown off by the.
Where do you see yourself next year on Rizzle? That's Montreal's question.
Next year, hopefully, man. I see myself producing a lot more shows on Rizzle. A lot more episodes of Extra Man, definitely. A lot more episodes of So Here's What Happened at the Rizzle Trap House. And Jocelyn said GQ sees himself nearing to DC's level next year on Rizzle. Look, man, I will not be on the level of DC when it comes to followers and views, because that's a tall order. That's a very tall order. I will do what I can, and I'm just going to stay in my lane and entertain people the best way I know how.
Awesome. Faith has a question. What made you want to get into mental health and help children?
I've always been intrigued with helping people that don't know how to help themselves. So if I could lend a hand in some way, shape, or form, whether it's physically helping or whether it's you know, getting you to understand yourself better so that you're in a position to help yourself, and I can just let you do what you do. It feels rewarding to me, and I'm a man of faith. I believe that, you know, treating others the way you want to be treated is definitely something
Absolutely.
that we should all strive to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely all the time. I mean, I was discussing that today. You know, people need to really put their selves in people's shoes so that they could really make everybody feel like they're the top of everything,
Yeah,
because that's really where it's at. That's really
definitely.
where it's at. Let me see if they have any other questions here.
Big
Since
factory. Trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. The DC will give you a headache. Yes, you daggone right. I was looking at his view count one day. I'm like, there was one time, I'm not gonna lie, there was one time where I was watching his views grow, and I was like, damn, how many videos do I gotta post to catch up to this dude?
yeah,
And I was doing 10, then I ramped it up to 15, then to 20, then 25, 30. But then when I realized, I was like, okay, this is now consuming my life to the point where I can't do anything else because I'm so focused on getting my views up. And then I also noticed that I'm kind of half-assing these videos just to get the numbers up. So I'm like, you know
mm-hmm.
what? Screw it. I'm just gonna stay with what I do. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
entertain people. I'm gonna try to make videos with a lot of replay factor and call it a day. Because I will drive myself crazy trying to compete with anybody else.
Absolutely. I feel the same way too. I mean, I when I had just started back in March, I kind of was like looking at a few people, and DC was actually one of them too, you know, and I was like, oh, let me see, because he was like, oh, 50 videos a day. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me try that out. So I
Yeah,
remember one day I did 30, and I was just like totally done out of it. And I spent
yeah,
5 days not going back on the app.
yeah.
I
It's
was like,
exhausting. It can drain you.
I couldn't take it. I was just like, nah, I need a break. Okay. And I kept saying, I don't know how this guy is doing it. But the thing about it, you have to find your own self on Rizzle. You know, you
Yeah,
have to find your own self on Rizzle. And once you find yourself, then it's all going to work out. You can't really look at what anybody else is doing, but you need to find what you can possibly do for you and what's going to make you comfortable, make you.
absolutely. Yep.
And once you get it, and that's it, then it's going to
Yeah.
just keep rolling. It's just going to keep rolling.
Little
Jasmine is
GQ
saying,
started shoe brand, bro. So okay, so the previous merchant that I worked with before I got to Printful to do the merchandise, they actually made sneakers, and I had sneakers. I actually have. I gotta figure out where I have a pair, but I have a pair of those people's sneakers, and
really? That's
I can
interesting.
literally wear them, and people can literally come up to me and be like, "Hey, G, what are those?" And I'd be like, "Exactly." You know,
Exactly.
so definitely.
So basically, I would crown you as a mogul in the making. That's
Yes,
basically,
that sounds really good. I will accept it.
take it on. You are a mogul in the
Definitely.
making. You know,
I'm trying my
and
best.
Mitch already says that he's ready to rock them. So
Okay, Mitch, I got you. GQ11s, I'm gonna have to write that name down.
Ernest wants to try those sneakers. He said. So
Dang, I gotta dig those up. And what about those slides? Yes, yes, those are available. Those are actually available now on the website. If you want to get
and
those people slides, GQ's barbecue. But all right,
yeah,
so that might be going a little too far. I'm not gonna lie. I can cook. I can cook fairly well the things that I know how to cook. I'm a beast at steak. I'm really good at chicken, but I got to give that crown to my wife. My wife is a monster in the kitchen. I will not
awesome,
step on her toes when it comes to cooking because that is her world, and she destroys me every time when it comes to cooking.
awesome. Um, Jasmine is saying I'm gonna get those sneakers before university reopens.
Okay, I'm gonna see. I'm actually thinking about going with another merchant to make some more those people sneakers, and then once I do that, I'm gonna advertise and see how many of y'all can cop a pair and post it on your Instagram. Be like, what are
Absolutely.
those? That's what they
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely. And Montreal is saying that people in Rizzle making big moves, y'all better jump on the train. I totally
Yes.
agree. I mean,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
so many of us have a lot going on, and you really have no idea when you're on
Yeah.
Rizzle who's who and what they're doing. You know, and I think the coming out away from Rizzle and doing these interviews are perfect because we get to learn about
Yeah.
everybody. You know, we learned about a lot about you today that we had no idea about.
Can you
What is
add
that?
sneakers? What's going on? I think Anastasia left and came back. Anastasia's back.
Yeah,
Oh,
add
Anastasia's doing
sneakers
some
to the
dope
shoes.
paintings. Have
Yes,
you
she does.
seen her paintings?
Yes, she does.
Yo,
Yes.
she is a beast at those
Very much
paintings.
so. Very much
Yeah,
so.
man.
And Rex Turner always says big factory.
Big
He got a big
factory.
factory. You got a big factory. Everybody get a big factory. Everybody make their own
Oh,
factory,
wait,
okay?
hold up. So my friend Bars says those Knicks. All right, so here's the thing, right?
Okay.
I am because I was born in New York, and my dad
Really?
was
You're
raised
from
in
New York?
Brooklyn. Yes, so
Okay.
I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan,
All
and
right.
Bars is a diehard Miami Heat fan, and he
Ah.
never ever passes the opportunity to remind me of number one, how trash the Knicks are, and
Oh,
number two, how many times the
typical.
Heat have beaten the Knicks. But then
Typical.
I always
Typical.
counter him by saying, "That's great, but what about your Dolphins that haven't won a championship, but the Giants have?" Ooh, so
That's typical. I
yeah.
know exactly what's that all about. And Dwayne Hurt says, Martina here bringing everybody together. Salute all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, true New York over here. There we go. There we go. Ranch.
Oh,
Dwayne
Wrench,
looking.
Wrench is from New York too. Oh, so we got three New Yorkers up in here.
There we go. There we go. See Bars and Soul Patch throwing up the flames for the Miami Heat because of their Heat fanery, the fandom.
Oh my goodness. This is fun.
There we go, Rich. There we go. There we
Yeah,
go,
New York
Montreal.
football
Let's go.
giants. There you go.
Let them know.
Montreal,
Oh,
right?
Dwayne, why you had to mess it up and hit us with Clippers? Come on, son. Really?
Wrench, you
Hilarious.
from Jamaica, Queens? Oh my God.
Nice.
That's by me, Wrench.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
That
so
is
so
so
me
nice.
me and Danger Felix, he's another member of those people. We're the New York people, like that, like
Uh-huh.
the New York teams, and then
Yeah.
Soul Patch and Bars are the Miami fans, and we're always throwing jabs at each other, dissing each other's teams. But what's fun? What's fun about that is we can make fun of each other and not take it seriously. So
Uh-huh. It's all
hold
out of
up,
love.
3 championships, third longest winning streak in NBA history. That's cute. That's cute, Soul Patch. It's wonderful. How many Super Bowls do your Dolphins have? None. That's all I'm saying. Dwayne Hurt is laughing his butt off. Tears.
One question I wanted to ask you, I think you're very funny. Did you ever think about comedy?
Oh man, I'll be honest with you. My wife, um, that was her aspiration, and she actually did. She actually did a stand-up comedy set at the Hard Rock before,
Really?
and
That's nice.
I I don't know if stand-up comedy is my thing, but I will do a million comedic videos that'll keep people entertained. That's what I'll do. So I stay in my
Absolutely.
lane
I think that'd be
and
good.
I'll do that. I will support my wife when she does her thing, and I'm gonna stay in my lane and I'm gonna do mine.
You could definitely do the videos. Definitely do the videos. I mean, you're great at doing videos anyway, so putting comedy into
Thank you.
it is just like right
I
there.
try. Try.
I think that'll be good. I think that'll be
I get
really good.
by. I get by with these videos.
You do. So one question I wanted to ask you, you're obviously married, so how many years?
It is going on. Well, this is the third year. This is the third year of
30.
marriage. We got married 3 years ago in January 15th. And it was in the weekend of Martin Luther King. It was Martin Luther King Day weekend. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, and
Really?
I'm making sure
That's
that I
right.
remember because I ain't trying to get
That's nice.
slapped in the face for not remembering the right date. But yes, 3 years,
Well,
3 years,
this video
but
will be posted and she'll see it.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Now we've been married for 3 years, but I've known her since I was a freshman and she was a sophomore, and I had the biggest crush on her at the time. But I was like, I'm a freshman. She's a sophomore. She don't want me. But I made sure I remained friends with her. And
Okay.
then after high school, I think we lost contact a little bit. Then we got reconnected, and the rest is history.
So, any advice for anyone looking to have an established relationship? What, as a man, what advice would you give another man or maybe another woman?
Okay, so on the man side,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on this too because
Okay.
I, for some strange reason, argue when I feel like I am either being attacked or I get really defensive easily for whatever reason.
Okay.
But good advice I would say is to definitely happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Just make sure that communication is definitely utilized as much as possible. Because if you don't talk, something could be going on in here and she may not know it, so she may not know how to approach you or, make things better, and vice versa. Always make sure that you're checking up on your significant other, make sure she's in a good mental space as well. And
Mm-hmm.
always remind each other that you love each other. That's definitely another important thing, because we could be in a relationship and we could know in our minds, okay, yeah, she loves me, he loves me. We could say that, but it's always nice to hear it out loud every now and then. Get that warm feeling, make you smile. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I would say.
Awesome. Awesome. How do you feel when you hear that your wife says that she actually loves you? Like, what is the feeling described as?
It's just reaffirmation that because I know that she loves me, but to hear her say it is like it's a feeling you can't really describe. It's just like, oh, she loves me. You feel warm inside. You can't help it. So
Sweet.
GQ's love therapy. Hey, you know what? Me and the wife, I don't know when yet, but me and the wife, we're gonna get together. We're gonna do a couples podcast called Couples Therapy.
Oh, I'll be in.
So
I'll be in.
so
Let
we'll
me
see
know.
how that goes, and then
Let me know.
you get to hear both of us bicker back and forth and give our different viewpoints in certain situations and matters. So that's gonna be fun.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. I think that's gonna be dope. Uh, DC has something really funny. Make sure you get the 69 cents cheeseburger at Mickey D's. Okay, so
Man, I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like, I haven't had a McDonald's burger in a hot minute. I've had Wendy's before. I've had Wendy's more often than not. McDonald's I kind of just like gave up on because I realized how like I saw Super Size Me and that messed me up. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, I just got married at KFC, so I'm gonna be a guest. This guy, this guy.
Every week he's
Yo,
well, I'm glad he just got married because every week he's been getting married though. So he finally just got married, and
yes, proud of him. See now what you should do, school of youngster like me, GQ. Absolutely, man. I have no problem sharing what I know if it'll help a brother like you. Now DC, we got to talk about switching that KFC to Popeyes. Maybe you should go there for your vow renewal. Do your Popeyes vow renewal. That's what's up. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. Tearing up some biscuits and watching you guys retie the night.
Oh my goodness. So Mitch, how are we doing on time?
Let's see what Mitch says. The mask ain't come in on Amazon, so I had to delay. This guy.
Talking about the mask, you had a mask that was actually glowing in one of your videos on Rizzle. Was
So
that actually
I got these glasses,
okay?
and I could customize the types of lights that are on them. Like you could do a
Uh-huh.
oh, why my truck going there? We'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna come back to you, my truck. It has like a color equalizer. Um,
Hmm.
I can change it to make it say words.
Hmm.
I'm into that kind of stuff. Like I had a glow in the dark visor and a glow in the dark face mask as well.
Oh, okay.
That I can
Nice.
turn on and off and charge and stuff like that. Because I figure it's a really nice conversation starter,
It
and
is.
I really like to throw people off when I'm driving at night, and I have it on. And I just there's different settings. I can do the strobe. I can do the color spectrum thing. Chris Collins, what's going on, man?
What's up, Chris?
Do
Thank you for coming.
the color spectrum and all that. And I'll just sit at the driver's seat, and then people pull up next to me and look at me, and I look at them, and I'll be like, and they'll just look at me like, bro, your mask is glowing. I'll be like, oh, word? I had no idea. So, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to mess with people like that.
That's cool. What is DC saying? They're
So,
close or
okay,
is trapped?
Montreal's coming from Popeye. Montreal need to sit down somewhere. I don't know what Popeyes you went to that gave you such a traumatic experience, but Churches is good too. Popeyes never did me wrong. Popeyes never did me wrong. I like their spicy chicken. I like their sweet heat sauce. I sound like a Popeyes commercial. Their biscuits are not that bad either. Churches is amazing. You don't really see a lot of churches, but you gotta go to the hood. Like they said, you gotta go to the hood to look for churches or Popeyes, and you'll be happy that you did.
Mm.
KFC,
Well,
you gotta be in the mood for it.
I never had Popeyes before. I never had churches.
Ooh.
I had KFC.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
missing out. You're missing
McDonald's.
out.
There's a lot of things that I just don't eat. Like I just don't, you know, so I wouldn't actually know. You know, people have to tell me about them and stuff. So I
Snappers
wouldn't
and hooks is good too. I do my seafood thing. I like crab legs. I like fish. That's what's up. Yeah.
And Wrench is saying by him, the Popeyes is not in the hood. Actually, it's yeah.
Yeah, there are some places where you'll have it in a nice neighborhood, and it'll
Yeah.
surprise you because I'm like,
I mean,
what is a Popeyes doing here in a nice neighborhood?
I have
The
Popeyes by
churches
me.
yep.
I
Ranch
just
Turner
don't.
said churches hit different.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. On the real, I gotta open my own fried chicken joint.
Fried
Yo,
chicken
I
joint.
am always open for people to have their own small business, and it includes chicken. So you know, it's gonna be real easy to support you. It will be unflavored. LOL. Oh man, I've never had unflavored fried chicken before. Like that's a new thing for me. I will say though, at Popeyes, I like their spicy more than I like their regular chicken.
Oh. Okay.
So, but I gotta be in the mood for it though. Look at that! Everybody laughing.
Exactly. I would have never thought about unflavored chicken.
So okay, I've never had Bojangles before, but I keep hearing about it.
We don't have Bojangles by me, so
Big Factory, yes, Big Factory once again. Bojangles banging. You see, now y'all getting me jealous because I've never had Bojangles before.
I mean,
I'm a little upset. Y'all rubbing it in my face, and I can't even go on Postmates or Uber Eats and order it because we don't have any, at least by me. Where can somebody tell me what states have Bojangles? Because I'm very curious, just in case I visit one. I want to be able to stop by.
Probably North Carolina or South Carolina.
North Carolina, okay. Yeah. I would hope Atlanta has it too.
Maybe.
I came to the South and Bojangles got it on smash. New Mexico. That's a nice little long trip to get some chicken. VA and below. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Bojangles fried tastes so good, make you want to smack your mouth.
Well, thank you very much, bitch.
Yo, that must be delicious. have I explained the concept of the mouthgasm
No,
already?
no.
So when you eat something so delicious that your toes involuntarily curl and your eyes roll back, and you don't realize what's happening because it tastes so good, you realize, oh snap, I just had a mouthgasm.
Oh,
That's what that
okay.
is. You eat something, you're like, what is this?
Get it.
Yes.
My
I don't know
child is
why
like,
Florida don't have it.
yeah, why does it Florida have it? Nobody's interested in having
They
it.
should have. They got all this other hood stuff. Why don't they have Bojangles?
Well, they need somebody to invest in that. Nobody's interested,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody need to come over here and start a Bojangles chain so I can try
Well,
some.
that may be a good idea for the mogul in the making.
Yeah. You know what? Yo, that's another I gotta write that down. The
Exactly.
mouthgasm. Yes. I want every single one of y'all to start using the term mouthgasm when you eat something delicious.
What's up,
Okay?
Sam?
You
Thank
eat
you
it.
for coming.
Oh my God, it's delicious. I just had a mouthgasm. And look, watch your feet. Pay close attention to your feet because your toes are gonna curl. And yes, you will hear the Yin Yang twins playing in the background. Sam, what's going on, Sam?
Oh, yeah,
Johnson
Jackson
having a
having a
mouthgasm right now.
mouthgasm.
What you eating, Johnson? You want to know? It's always good to have a mouthgasm. Like I'm sitting here, like anticipating what he's eating. Blueberry cake.
Blueberry cake.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, that's different. Okay, Dwayne Hurt mouthgasm sounds freaky, bro. No, man,
Technically, it really
it's not
does.
even like that at all. It's just when you eat something so delicious and you forget where you are for a moment because your eyes roll back, your toes curl, and even a little fart slip out because it's that delicious. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. They need to
Well,
build a Bojangle
Peter
in
said she's gonna
Florida
order
and take down them
chicken now.
7-Eleven gas stations. Too many. Yeah, I could do without a 7-Eleven. I was gonna say it is Thursday though. I wear oversized shoes to hide my toes curling. Jocelyn. Nah, man, you gotta wear the flip flops so everybody can see your toes curling, so people can ask you, "Hey, Jocelyn, what just happened?" I think I had a mouthgasm. Oh, and the stocks are down by 20%. Like I picture Jocelyn saying something like that.
He will for sure. He will for sure. And don't forget
Oh
to
my
mention.
goodness. Oh, wifey's laughing. Um, I get it. Hey, definitely gonna use it. There we go, Dwayne.
Yo,
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God.
As a matter of fact, Dwayne Hurt, we need to talk because you're in the movie industry and we need to talk because I'm trying to get my foot in the door. And I will be so happy if you somehow, some way get the term mouthgasm and use it in a movie. If you find a way to do that and you send me that movie, I will salute you. You're probably wearing hush puppies, aka
Dwayne will
buffalitos.
take that
What the
challenge.
heck are buffalitos? Stop it.
Hush puppies, I guess.
Hush
I don't know.
puppies. Man, y'all are hilarious.
Very much so. It's a full house
Dwayne, we
all
got
the
that.
way. The whole time that we've been here. This is beautiful, guys.
Yes. Let's get GQ into the next Fast and Furious. Yo, Jocelyn, if y'all could do that, I will be so grateful. And I will take my Fast and Furious check and spread it evenly amongst the people that I love the most on Rizzle.
Yeah, because we do need sponsors. We do need sponsors.
Yes, absolutely. How can I get a mouthgasm at the dentist? You don't get a mouthgasm at the dentist, Jocelyn, because there's nothing that you're eating at the time. They're just digging in your mouth and getting rid of all those cavities and plaque and all that good stuff. You can use it in the movie Extra Man and Fast and Furious 10. See, that's what I'm talking about. If they can get Extra Man and Fast and Furious 10, yes, I think we need to start a campaign. Hashtag get Extra Man and Fast and Furious 10. Got to get GQ in a movie, Dwayne. Yes. Yes. Mitch, tell him Tell him I am ready.
You and Dwayne will do a very good pair up. That's for sure. That's
That'll
a
be
very
fun.
good,
That'll be fun. Will Extra Man
very
come
good
to a
pair.
supercar? Of course. Of course.
And Sam is saying you're getting a Rizzle video soon of me having mouthgasm trademark pending. Okay.
So we have this thing called Sebastian Taylor had this thing for RWF. And all of us were trash talking each other in the fake wrestling organization. And I had this running gag where I was talking about the Rizzleverse trademark pending because I made that term up. And every time I said Rizzleverse, I would say trademark pending. So Sam kind of capitalized on that and was like, oh, he did some video where he was on the phone. He was like, wait, is it still pending? Like, how long is it going to be pending? So, yeah. Good stuff, man. We got to bring that back. Definitely got to get GQ in a movie. Absolutely. Absolutely. I will IG my number to you so we can make things happen. I love the conversations here.
I know the comments are off the hook. Everybody is so into. I mean, it's so fun.
Nice solid group in here. One day, wait, hold up. Let me.
Wifey,
you know, Jocelyn always be saying some funny stuff.
We have like 5 minutes. Apparently, she's saying. What is 5 minutes?
Oh, okay. One day, DC will be on a date and say that he's having a mouthgasm. Yeah, that means the date. Well, that means the date is going well.
Well, but DC just got married though, so at KFC.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you can still date your wife. You know, you can go on dates with your wife.
True, that's true. That would be perfect. Have a mouthgasm with your wife.
Chick-fil-A, all right. Chick-fil-A, you know what does it for me when it comes to Chick-fil-A? The sauces.
Yeah.
They have such an assortment of sauces, the Polynesian, the Chick-fil-A sauce. Like, those really do it for me. As a matter of fact, I had the spicy Popeyes chicken sandwich with Chick-fil-A sauce. It's very good.
Wow.
I'm going to
Richard
Chick-fil-A.
is saying the fries. He thinks the fries are dope.
Yeah, fries are good too. Don't sleep on those fries. The waffle fries at Chick-fil-A. Montreal says Extra Man versus Tony. Let's get it. I don't know if you want that, brother. Extra Man got a whole different skill set.
Oh,
man.
Peter says Chick-fil-A is trash.
Oh, okay. Well, Hot Sauce Empress has spoken. I'm not gonna argue. Shoot, I give them a pass because you know they're not bad. They don't give me mouth. They make me go, that's delicious, but they don't give me the mouthgasm that pop.
And that's he's gonna go to Chipotle and yell that he's having a mouthgasm. Oh my god!
At the top of his lungs, and I need you to tape it too. You need to record yourself doing it and upload it so we can all see it, or else it never happens. We don't believe it.
You're gonna make it a Rizzle moment, 60-second Rizzle moment mouthgasm.
Oh, DC being a little freak. DC said maybe she will have a mouthgasm, of course. I'm done. I can't. Hilarious.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to get that Tony versus Extra Man video going on Montreal. We'll make that work.
Mitch says they're gonna arrest Jazzo if he does that. So guys, Instagram is gonna wrap us up real quick. So
all right.
Thank you to each and every one of you guys for being on. This was awesome. Thank you, GQ, for sharing me with us. Okay, it was amazing. And keep doing what you're doing because you had a lot to share. We obviously didn't know everything, but you know, we're glad that you were here with us today. All right.
Thank you.